poem is called Backyard in the Janfibs. Underneath dog-trodden snowpack lies only the memory of lawn, flattened. Grass dried brown last fall before the first flakes fell. Under the bird feeder, black oil and millet seeds scatter and mold, bird tracks latticing the layers of melt and freeze, an ice age sandwiched between the two longest months of the year, a strong test of patience, blues as old as dog piss on snow. This one is called Migraine Moon because I have them. The migraine's not the moon. We name you, O thou who wakes the sleeping human in a wish of dying. December moon on snow, your light is louder than a brass gong. Thou, we bow down to you, bite the soft metal that screams in our teeth like a brand new filling, fresh drilled and packed, no deadening. O migraine moon, at 3 a.m. you come in the transom like a train, one gigantic headlight bearing down. Even the sleeping dogs wake to your shine, and you barely waver after an hour and 2 Excedrin, O thou who callest for even more caffeine. So we get up, not quite 5 in the morning, to see you go down in a western cloud bank. We put on the coffee, imagine you rising on a town in the next hemisphere, your worshippers captured, unwilling at first light to come to you bowing, but they can't help themselves in your wave, your undertow, your wake. You pull them into a rapture, a sort of attention, a focus entirely beyond their power into yours. O thou, our disbelief in your return becomes devout religion. I live with a drywaller, he's the sound man, and so I know the slang terms for body parts, and so if you don't like to hear about breasts in the slang term enology, you might want to go now. This is called Coming Out. Stacked, they said, and Melody hid those hooters under high-neck sweaters and a parka all winter. Spring 16, she turned a corner, her big-nippled headlights straining the seams of a high-bodice, low-neckline granny dress. Who cared how the fabric flowed down from the waistline, a river of paisley, a swish over boy-thin hips? When Boulder Dam stares you in the face, you take the tour. You're obligated. Melody the tease, they said, brushing by her to grab without asking, that is, until she brought the big guns out, ran that ship's prow over little boy motorboats and old man tugs alike, rubbed their noses in the pleasure of those ivory-toned knockers, those milkers, those tits. When Melody married, a dozen men went into mourning. One peed himself at the wedding, others went off to war to cure their broken hearts. Pregnant, Melody's nipples grew to silver dollar size, and 3 babies later she was pert as the day she came out, except now she had hips. But that is a whole other poem. And this is not the other poem, but it is the other side of the pertness, and it's called In This Shape. Way back when my breasts rode high, nearer to collarbone than waistline, and my thighs never jiggled, taut as elastic, glossy as nylon, no flapping triceps nor belly fat, ankles slender as bird legs, I knew what I had wouldn't last. But to be here now, well, I never. My last poem for you tonight is for the writers in the crowd. It's called Poetry Alone. How shall we, the sub-poets, those not Malays, not Frosts, devote ourselves to writing when the words don't tumble singing from our lips, the lines don't form in our wooden minds, no metaphors worthy enough to try, no similes born of chance unlocked for us? How do we keep it up, practicing only when time permits, flashing our shop-worn credentials, our bios ultra-ordinary, anyone else's trials more compelling than ours, their lives more vibrantly suffered, ours bland, not worth a following, nothing exceptional, our writing. Why do it if the work brings grief, or worse, depression? What relief can come from missing the mark every time we sit down to start a simple verse, let alone describe in poetry a harbored love, the piercing cry of a soaring hawk, or the world's fate at the hands of humans? Too late. All the best poetry's already written. Still, we lesser beings write on, smitten with the words we can't retrieve from our scattered thoughts, cleave from the dense design of meaning, make our lines hold shape, hold all we hope and love. We write as if we could subsist on poetry alone. Thanks all.
How many came tonight to hear Will? I hope me and Will are still friends after we do this. Adam and God work out some last-minute anatomical details. 2 ears, 2 arms, 2 knees. So please, why this solo stick? Your prick? Well, she'll have a single slit. Nice fit. But somehow I feel a pair is needed there. Perhaps a pair of these, testes. And how would I tote them? This scrotum. This little pouch for each is in easy reach. If you elect to try them, she'll have you buy them. One of you will kneel. Deal. Okay, the second one is a couplet to honor Carlton Colmsey after our chance meeting on the library steps. Some of you younger guys here probably won't understand this. The older guys will. A change of locus, but no lack. The stiffness shifts from front to back.